Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. Yep, today's movie review is going to be on the 2007 movie starring Adam Sandler, Don Cheadle, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Donald Sutherland. And of course, B.J. Novak, the guy from The Office and the new movie Vengeance. And that's going to be on Reign Over Me. Yep. Today is September 11th, so I felt like watching Reign Over Me on YouTube for free with advertisements. I watched it this morning before work at Regal, and of course I just got done FaceTiming with my friend Justin, and so the story of Reign Over Me is basically about a guy named Charlie Feynman, who basically has a disorder known as post-traumatic stress disorder, because the story goes like this. When the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center collapsed in 2001, on September 11, 2001, as we all know, Charlie lost everything important in his life. 5 years have passed since Charlie's wife and daughters died, and now the once successful and man has become a withdrawn shadow of his former self. He does not discuss his loss, causing his in-laws to worry for his sanity, believing that he has struck the tragedy from his mind. When fate brings Charlie and his former college roommate Alan Johnson together once again on a Manhattan street corner, Alan is shocked to see just how far his old friend has fallen. Charlie's hair is long and he wears a headset constantly to let music drown out any mentions of his wife and children. Though on the surface, it would appear that Alan, a successful dentist, has it all. The pressures of a family and career have been weighing heavily on him. And at a moment when Charlie and Alan both need a trusted friend, the power of a rekindled friendship provides a lifeline needed to move forward. Alan endeavors to bring Charlie out of his shell by convincing him to see a therapist. Barely communicatable, he ends every session only a couple of minutes. He basically ends every session after only a couple of minutes. There you go. His therapist says that he needs to tell the story about his family to someone eventually, and Charlie soon tells Alan his tragic story. Later on, following a suicide by cop attempt, Charlie ends up in a psychiatric ward. Yeah, a psychiatric ward. Yeah, there you go. Legal proceedings commence, and Judge David Rames must determine whether to commit Charlie to psychiatric care. After Charlie suffers a breakdown, David leaves the decision to Charlie's in-laws, asking them to think of what their daughter and would want for him. Charlie approaches his in-laws in the lobby of the courthouse, stating that he does not carry pictures nor discuss his family because he sees them every day. In the faces of people walking down the street, they decide he should not be committed. Instead, Charlie moves to a new apartment, leaving behind the painful memories associated with his former home. Alan visits Charlie in his new home and his wife and tells him, "I love you and just want you to come home." The apartment's doorman brings out Charlie's scooter, telling Alan not to leave stuff lying around. He tells the doorman to take it back upstairs, but he does not respond. Not knowing what to do, Alan decides to ride home on a scooter. And there you go. So, like I said, this morning before going to work at Regal, I saw Reign Over Me was streaming on YouTube for free with ads, it's got advertisement playing. So I actually watched it this morning since today was September 11th, 21 years after the attacks on 9/11 in New York City and Washington D.C. and the Shanksville. You guys know the story. I've already discussed it in one of my previous videos, in one of my previous 9/11 videos, which was last year and the year before that. So yeah, you guys know the story. So how does the movie turn out? The movie actually played out to be very good. It was actually a really good movie, and I actually enjoyed everything about it. And since this is actually an Adam Sandler movie, but it's also a drama film, this movie was actually made by Madison 23. Yeah, Madison 23, that's actually Adam Sandler's company in the drama genre. And of course, if you watch the movie carefully and if you understand the story well, then the runtime makes it go by very fast. Like if you feel like it, then you're definitely gonna get that here. And I gotta say, Adam Sandler's performance is actually like really good. Of course, like the way his character, like Charlie, has a post-traumatic stress disorder, and then of course how this movie Reign Over Me references 9/11. And yeah, because even the acting performances itself, like the acting performances, I thought were really good too. Don Cheadle was great in the movie as well. Don Cheadle and Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, even though I don't really like Jada Pinkett Smith that much anymore after the slap incident with Chris Rock and Will Smith, and because I think people have been saying that Jada Pinkett Smith is actually the reason why Will Smith's been going through a lot lately since the slap incident at the Oscars back in March. But I gotta say, as for the early years of Jada Pinkett Smith being in movies like this movie, Reign Over Me, I can say Jada Pinkett Smith actually did pretty good in this movie. Yeah. And then Donald Sutherland is the judge. I thought Donald Sutherland actually did pretty good as the judge in the film, and like I said at the beginning of this movie review, BJ Novak is in the movie too. He's not really in the movie that much, but he was there. BJ Novak, the actor from The Office, and this year, back in July, he was in a movie called Vengeance, which I really want to check out. Vengeance. And oh yeah, and the music score is actually pretty beautiful and pretty emotional too as you watch the movie carefully. And the music score composer of Reign Over Me was actually composed by Rolf Kent. I think Rolf Kent also did the music score to other films like Up in the Air, and he also did the 2003 version of Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. Yeah. Maybe that kind of does explain the eerie, creepy music and Fortune Cookie ? And that explains the eerie music that plays when Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan end up having their brains switched at midnight. Their bodies swapped, and yeah. That's the scene I remember most when I was watching Freaky Friday as a little kid. Yeah. But aside from all that, Reign Over Me was actually Reign Over Me was actually one of the rare good Adam Sandler movies that he was in. As we take out all the slapstick comedy from Adam Sandler's character, and yeah, and plus the movie is also like 2 hours and 4 minutes and 2 hours and 4 minutes and 26 seconds, I believe, from what I remember when I was talking to Justin on FaceTime. But yeah, so overall, Reign Over Me was a really good movie. It aged well. Yeah, it definitely aged well for sure. Reign Over Me was a really good movie, and I'm going to give Reign Over Me 4 out of 5 stars. Yep, so if you haven't seen Reign Over Me, then I recommend giving this movie a view. I recommend checking it out. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Reign Over Me. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.